Do you want to be able to build your marketing automation campaigns, such as for abandoned cart recovery, post-purchase, upsell, first purchase, anniversary, customer win-back, and more, without having to leave the familiarity and comfort of WordPress, and while enjoying the power and flexibility of some of the most popular marketing automation tools out there? Hi, I'm Tavleen from WooFunnels, and if you said yes, then, ladies and gentlemen, Autonami's next-gen automation builder is here. Now, just to give you a background, we launched the next-gen automation builder's beta version back in February, and people who used it were stoked. Not only were they thrilled about the possibilities and the kind of workflows they could build right inside WordPress, but also they were relieved by the amount they would save every month by using Autonami. They loved how they could create advanced automated workflows with conditions, such that when a condition gets met, you can perform certain set of actions, and when it doesn't, you can perform certain other set of actions. You can create infinite branches. You can add delays to the actions in a way that you can delay an action to be performed on a certain time of the day or certain day of the week, and even delay an action until a particular date picked by a user on a form they submitted. Add goals or milestones to a series of actions to make your automated workflow really smart. Copy a particular step and paste it elsewhere, or make a step jump from one place to the other. Beta users loved the ability to view inline analytics, which means you can view every email's open rate, click-through rate, revenue generated, and more, all on the automation canvas. You can enter the name of a customer and view the individual customer's journey again on the automation canvas. So you can see exactly where they are in their journey, whether they are standing at the delay or whether they've received the first email that you sent to them, and more. Which, by the way, is great for understanding where a customer is and also for troubleshooting purposes. Now listen, I don't really want to get ahead of myself because this is totally worth the wait. Autonami's next-gen automation builder makes Autonami really powerful, and already it is at a fraction of the cost when you compare it with some of the other popular marketing automation tools. Not just that, it doesn't impose any limit on the contacts you have, which means you're not going to have to pay more when the number of your contacts increase. And since it works right out of WordPress and it really gets WooCommerce really well, you do not need any deep data integration modules for e-commerce in order to make it communicate. It also speaks with your favorite WordPress plugins such as Affiliate WP, LearnDash, and more. Well, so without further ado, let's dive right in and look at its next generation automation builder in action. Okay, so this is Autonami's backend, and as you can see under campaigns, we have automation next gen. And if you are a new user of Autonami, you will see a completely blank interface just like this. If you are an old user of Autonami, you will also see automations here. Under next gen, you will see simple automations, which is where you can access your previously built automations that weren't built when the next gen was there. So let's now go on add new. When you go on add new, you will be able to see a bunch of pre-built recipes or workflows. At the time of recording this video, we have these many workflows, but you'll notice that this will keep on increasing because we will continuously keep adding more and more workflows to this, and we will also keep offering integrations with more of your favorite plugins, the WordPress plugins. So right now we have for WooFunnels, LearnDash, WP Forms, Affiliate WP, and you will see this will continue to grow. So that's the library of pre-built workflows. Now we shall go on start from scratch and we will build a post-purchase sequence that will allow me to explain you all the features that we have in automation in Autonomy Next Gen. So the automation that we are building here, or the workflow that we are building here in this tutorial, is actually very simple. It's a post-purchase workflow in which once an order gets created, we will check whether it's their first order. If it's their first order, then we will incentivize them with a coupon code. So we will create a coupon code and send it out in our email. There will be a sequence of 3 emails sent out after well-spaced time period, and they will be encouraged to make their next purchase. The first email will go out after 30 minutes, and then of course the next email after 24 hours and the next one after 48 hours. Now, these time spaces obviously depend on you. You can set them to whatever you like, but that's the sequence that we are building here. And finally, we'll have a goal here, and that goal will actually be a milestone that will say that if the order gets created from any of these emails, the next action in the sequence will not occur. So if the order gets created from the first email itself, then the next email will not be sent out. And people who do not meet the condition of if it's their first order, we just end the automation for them. So that's the simple automated workflow that we are building here. Let's carry on. So this, as you can see, is a very clean interface. It's very minimalist. We have purposefully avoided any kind of overwhelm because we do not want you to have a high learning curve with Autonomy. So when you go and select trigger, it's very intuitive. This allows you to select the event that occurs in your website. For example, in WooCommerce, you have a cart being abandoned, a cart being recovered, an order being created, and so on. These are all examples of events. You will see that all the triggers or events are neatly categorized. So you can find events related to WordPress when you click on that, related to WooFunnels, related to LMS, which is Learning Management System. So right now we have an integration with LearnDash. Now in WooCommerce, let's say we select cart abandoned and hit done. Well, now as you'll notice that we are creating a post-purchase sequence, but I have accidentally selected WooCommerce cart abandoned as my trigger. And that's okay. You can always change events. That's a really nifty feature. You do not have to create a new automation for this. You can just go on change event and select the right event. So right now we'll select order created under WooCommerce. Now, when you create on WooCommerce order created, you have the option here to choose the status. So you can choose from completed, on hold, processing, and also runs. So every time an order gets created, do you want this automation to run? In that case, you will select multiple times. And if you only want it to run once per contact, then you will select once from here. So I could select completed and processing for my automation to run. So the first step that we have here is action. Now, when you open action, you'll see a pop-up opens up. On the left-hand column, you have categories such as messaging, Autonomy, WordPress, WooCommerce, CRM, and more. When you click on any option on the left-hand column, you'll see that on the right hand, there will be the actions related to that particular category that you selected. For example, when you open messaging, you can see email option. So you have send email, which is an action. Slack, Twilio, Bulkgate. If you have them integrated with Autonomy, you will see the actions related to that category as well. Now, when you click on Autonomy, you will see actions such as create contact, change status of a contact, update field, which is related to the particular contact, add tags, remove tags, add contact to a list, and so on. Because Autonomy behaves like a typical CRM, it gives you the ability to perform all these actions on your contacts. Further, in WordPress, you can create user, update user role, and more. In WooCommerce, you can create coupon and delete coupon. If you have WooCommerce subscriptions installed and activated, you will see the actions related to subscriptions, and if you have WooCommerce membership, you will see actions related to membership. There are more categories like this, such as your CRM, if you're integrating it with your favorite CRM like ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, MailChimp, and more, and so on. The next step that we have here is delay. When you click on delay, again, you'll see that a pop-up opens up. And under delay, you have 3 options. You can delay for a specific period, a period of time, such as in minutes, hours, days, weeks, and months. You can delay until a specific time of the day or until specific day of the week. So this is all under specific period. Then we have delay until a specific date and time. So if you have, let's say, a webinar follow-up sequence, then you could delay until a specific date and time, which will allow you to write a date here, to pick a date here from the date picker, pick a time here, and then get that action to be performed on that chosen date and time. When you select in contacts time zone, then the Autonomy will wait until that date and time occurs in the contacts time zone, not in your time zone. Finally, you have delay until custom field, which basically means that whatever custom field they filled, the date that your user picked on a custom field, on a form they submitted, you have the option here to choose that date and wait until that particular date and time for the action to be performed, which could be as simple as sending an email on their birth date. So delay is definitely a very, very advanced functionality, and you can do so much more than just waiting for a few minutes or hours. The next step that we have here is that of condition. Now, condition allows you to add rules to your workflows. If this happens, then do this. If that happens, then do that, and so on. So whenever you select condition, you will see that your workflow branches into yes and no. Now, on clicking on conditions, you'll see a pop-up opens up and you can select the group. We've grouped the conditions systematically in a very organized way. So you can choose the group first, which could be order. And herein you can choose ordered products, past ordered products categories, and so on. In WooFunnels, you can choose the specific checkout page from which the purchase was made. In segments, you have tags, lists, audience, status, and more, and so on. Now, the most used groups definitely are going to be WooCommerce, geography, engagement, and broadcast. So when you choose WooCommerce, you can see that the total revenue was, the total order count was, purchase products, and here you can enter the specific products they purchase product categories, so you can select the categories such as the makeup category or the skincare category, and so on. So this is for conditions. This allows you to perform actions based on the conditions selected. Then you have goal, which is another possible step. So what is a goal? Goal is basically a milestone that you would like to have hit. So if you're sending a sequence of emails and your goal is order created, then that's the goal of all those 3 or 4 emails that you have created. If the goal gets met from the first email, then the next emails will not go out. If it gets met at the second email, then the emails after that will not go out. So that is the purpose of a goal. When you hit goal, when you select it, you can choose the goal from Autonomy. You could choose added to a list, tag got added, contact has subscribed, link is clicked, and so on. So yes, look at that. Contact subscribes is a goal. So if you, let's say, have a double opt-in use case, if the contact does subscribe, they double opt-in, they are in, the goal gets met, and the next email in the sequence will not go out. Similarly, if a link gets clicked from the first email, then the second email will not go out, and so on. And in WooCommerce, it's order created. So when the order gets placed, that's it. We stop there. The goal gets met. The goal is achieved. The last 2 that we have are jump and exit. Jump is when you're creating complex automations and you would like a particular step to move from wherever it is to another location. So you can use jump and you can make that particular step jump to any point in your workflow underneath that the current where it is currently. Finally, you have exit automation. Exit automation. Now, exit automation basically means when you would like the automation to exit. So if you have, let's say, a number of people waiting at the previous step, then what do you want to do after that step gets met? So let's say it was send email. What happens after those 10 people received the email? You got to exit the automation so that they can get out of the automation and move on. Similarly, if you have a delay, then how long? So it's a delay of 3 days. And once those 3 days are over, what do you want to do with those contacts? You wish to exit automation. You wish to get them out of the automation and, have no related. Don't be in that automation anymore. So that's when you use exit automation. Okay, so we're back to building our workflow, and this is the trigger that we've got, which is order created. Now, next we will add conditions. You're now familiar with all these steps. So let's choose condition. We will add new condition, which is under orders, and it is first order. So if it's their first order, we want certain set of actions to be performed, and if not, we wish to end the automation. Now, let's do this. So if it's their first order, let's set a delay of about 30 minutes. That's it. It's a simple delay. We're not using any of the advanced delay functionalities. Next, we wish to add a coupon code because obviously we want to incentivize them for their next purchase. So after a gap of 30 minutes, we're going to be sending them an email with a coupon code. Now, this is the interface to create a coupon code. You do not have to go into WooCommerce native to create your coupon code. You have 3 tabs here: general, restrictions, and limits. So the settings are pretty much similar to what you find in WooCommerce native. Coupon title is what's most important. So since this is a post-purchase follow-up, I'll just say welcome again. And that will be my coupon title, and I will offer a 15% off. So welcome again 15. So I'm offering a 15% discount here. This is what's most important, which is adding a coupon code prefix. So if my prefix is welcome again 15, that's what I'm going to add as a prefix. Now, why is it called a prefix? Because a 6-digit code will get auto-generated, which will be added here, and it will get appended automatically when you send the email out. You can set the coupon code to expire after a certain number of days or expire until a certain date, or maybe never expire. But I'm creating a dynamic coupon code, so I'll set the expiry to 3 days. Further, you can allow free shipping on it if you like. There's also the option to add restrictions, which is what you're very familiar with. You could add products, exclude products, add categories, and so on. Also, you can restrict the minimum spend and the maximum spend for the coupon code to be valid. There's also usage limit per coupon and usage limit per user. So you can make it 1. And then coming back into general, you might want to personalize the coupon code. For that, you go into merge tags here, pick the first name of the person and copy it. And then you can add it here. So welcome again 15 John, or welcome again John 15, and then the 6-digit coupon code. Of course, this will make the coupon code a little longer, so you could shorten it if you want. But yes, you're going to copy this here, which is the dynamic component, and then paste it in your email. And further, let's add action. So here the action that we wish to have is send email. Now I already have some pre-written text here, so I'm just going to paste it here. But before that, let me just add the subject line, and which could be simply thank you for your order. Special offer inside. Okay, so this is where we need to paste our email. Okay, so that's the email that I have here. Thank you for your first purchase. First are always special. To thank you for your business, we'd like to offer you a flat 15% off On your next purchase, please use this coupon code at the checkout. Click here to make your next purchase, which is where you could direct them to the homepage and finally choose. So this is a simple email that you could send out to encourage their next purchase after the first one has been made. Do make sure to also mention that the coupon code has a validity of 3 days, so they must act fast. Yep, that's it. You can save this email and move forward. Now, let us say that we want to send a sequence of 3 emails. So what we're going to do here is that we will copy this delay here. So let's copy this and we shall paste it here. Okay, also on no, let's exit. So this will lead our branch to get separated. That's it. So similarly, now this is again something that you're going to copy. So because we are sending a sequence of emails, so that is how we're going to use the copy paste, which is again a really nifty feature. So that's it. So we have copied a delay and action. Then another time you can obviously change the delay here. You'd want it to be about 24 hours. So you wanted to send, so if the first email goes out after 30 minutes, the next one after 24 hours, and the next one after another 24 hours, or a total of 48 hours after the first email was sent out. So again, we're going to copy this and we shall paste it here. And we shall copy this as well and paste it here. That's it. So there you go. Further, what we can do is that we can add goal. So if the purchase gets made from the first email, the next one will not go. And if it gets made from the second email, of course, the one after that will not go. So under WooCommerce, order created. So these are the settings related to the goal, which is order created. You can choose here the order status. So I will choose completed and processing. Order contains any product, like whatever product they purchase is fine. But of course, you could choose specific products and enter the name of those items here. If the contact doesn't meet the specified condition, wait until goal is met, continue anyway, or end this automation. So what we could do is that we could end the automation for people who do not purchase even after receiving the 3 emails in our sequence. Now, when the goal gets met, what we want to do with those contacts is we actually want to add a tag on them. So we will select action here and we will go to Autonomy and we can select add tag. You could also add a tag in a CRM that you're using, but of course we're using here Autonomy as our CRM, so we shall add a tag, and our tag is called deal fan. So somebody who's a fan of deal, or it could even be deal lover, right? So you could just choose deal fan. So this person loves deals, which is why they made their next purchase immediately after their first purchase, because they were offered a coupon code. So they are a deal fan. So that's it. That's our simple automation. After the order gets created, we have added a condition. If the condition gets met and if it's their first order, we add a delay of 30 minutes. Then we create a coupon code. We send it out in the email. Then after a delay of 24 hours, we send our next email. Of course, you can edit the subject line, the preview text, and the email body here. And then another email. And then for this entire sequence, we have a goal, which is WooCommerce order created. Finally, we add tag. So there you go, as simple as that. There you go. So we have created this automation. Now there are many more nifty features in Autonomy Next Gen Builder. I'm going to introduce you to them one by one. But first, here's a really small feature, which is the ability to add notes. So adding notes allow you to note down why you added certain steps. You can explain your psychology behind a particular step that you added. This gives you the ability to come back to your automation and know exactly why you did what you did. And also, if there are multiple people in your team, it gives other person also the chance to see why you added a certain step or why you added a delay of a certain time, and so on and so forth. Also, now I am going to populate the data and show you how the contact's journey through the automation looks like. For that, I'm going to hit the toggle and make this automation active. Now let me create some orders and get right back. To view a contact's journey, all you need to do is click on View Contact Journey on the right-hand side of your workflow and then enter that particular customer's name. You'll be able to see all the actions that were performed on them and the timestamp right there. As you can see, this is great for troubleshooting purposes. Next up, let me show you another really nifty feature. So under Action, so here let's send email as an action. You can click to view analytics. So that's possible in case the action is send email. So you can view data. So for example, you can see the number of contacts this email was sent out to, the open rate that it got, the click rate, click to open rate, revenue generated, revenue per person, unsubscribe rate. So this gives you a quick glimpse of how your workflow is performing and how every email in that workflow is performing. Isn't that really nifty? Another cool thing which really helps in case of troubleshooting is that when you go into contacts, and when you click on the three dots here, you'll see you have a few options. You can click on Run Now in case you want the automation to run on a particular contact. So if they're, let's say, stuck in a delay of 30 minutes, but you want the email to go out to them instantly, maybe because you are troubleshooting or checking something, you can do that. If you want the automation to be completely paused on that particular contact and you do not want them to move forward, you can just hit pause. You may even end the automation on that contact, or you can delete the contact from the list. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed learning about the next generation automation builder. Now, if you are already a user of Autonomy, that is great. The latest version will be available to you in your dashboard. Just go ahead and update yourself to the latest version and start exploiting its potential. If you're not a user of Autonomy, then why aren't you? Well, the link to get Autonomy is down there in the description box below. Do click on it and get Autonomy. If you enjoyed this video, then please do subscribe to this channel because there are many more new tutorials coming up. We will be educating you about the automation builder, the next gen automation builder, and how you can use it for your business. Thanks once again for watching this video. I'm Tafleen and I will see you in my next tutorial. Goodbye.